Welcome back to the channel. New day, new video. Thank you for the support. Subscribe, like, all of that jazz. Today we're going to talk about OLED and the image retention issue that some people may be afraid of. I have made it my personal business on my channel to take a piece of it to cover this type of technology from a consumer perspective, more so from a realistic consumer perspective, because my TVs are not donated, they're not given to me. I don't get any type of assistance with them from partner with any companies. I buy them as a regular consumer, and I am an enthusiast viewer and purchaser of the OLED technology from LG specifically. I love these TVs, and I've been buying these TVs for 6-7 years. In fact, you can check out my video. Last year I posted 6 years with an OLED, and that really was just to show you what experiences I've had from having an OLED TV for all these years. Image retention was always the thing that was very daunting and concerning to myself and to other people that invested into the 4K technology early on. So today we're going to cover the amount of hours that I have had utilized on two of my OLED panels. We're going to cover the C1, which was the 2021 Epic TV, greatest TV for gaming, bang for the buck. And we're going to cover the C9, which was the beginning of the trilogy, is what I coined those TVs. The C9 was released in 2019, and it was the first TV to ever feature an HDMI 2.1 to make way for the new consoles and new graphics cards. So we're going to be taking a look at that right after this intro. All right, so as I said, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy TKK here. You see my setup if you're returning back, especially if the OLED technology is your thing. I do have a full gaming setup on my OLED. It's a 77-inch C1 OLED manufactured by LG. And today what we're going to do is we're going to essentially cover how you can view the hours utilized for the actual TV, just to really show you how long you've had it running. And if you're going to be buying a TV from somebody, this is also something you can look forward to also, because you may have a person that will tell you, I didn't really use it. I didn't do a lot with it. These TVs have pixel shifting technology implemented to help the static images, right? But if you're buying one from somebody, this is really where I want you to be able to see this. Now, I'm not sure if you can reset this information or not. You may be able to. However, I will tell you that you can go into these settings that I'm going to show you on the C1 and also on the C9, and you can use this to investigate, so you can make an intelligent purchase, an intelligent decision on if you want to buy a used TV from somebody. We're kind of getting to that time where people are going to want to start selling their TVs because they're wanting to get ready for the new models. You got the C2 coming out, so people might be wanting to get rid of their C1, their CX, their C9. So these are the things you're going to want to look for. All right, so it's no surprise. I use Amazon Fire Sticks, 4K Fire Sticks to be specific, on every single TV that I own in my household. I love the interface. I don't have to worry about functionality with apps and things like that. However, when using the Fire Stick, the Fire TV logo that comes up is definitely going to be a static image that you will see in the middle of your TV. The pixel shifting does help with it. It goes away after a while. But with this C1 that I purchased last year, I do actually have a light static image there. After a few moments, I don't notice it. I don't really see it. I may be able to try to point that out on video, but we're going to go into the settings of the TV, right? So you're going to hit the settings cog. You're going to go down to all settings. You're going to go down to general. This is specific to the C1. After you get to general, you're going to go to devices. Devices, you're going to hit TV. You're going to actually hit external devices. Oh, sorry. It's going to be TV management, TV information. So as you can see, I have a total power on time of 1820 hours. Now, this total on time could be pixel shifting incorporated. It could be gaming. It could be movie watching. It could be TV show watching, commercials. It could be white images running from YouTube, black, gray images, anything that you can think of. This will tell you how long this TV has been powered on. So again, the whole point of this is really just to tell you a way where you can look at this particular model and see exactly how long the user has had this on. I use this TV for gaming, 4K, max settings as much as I can. I use it for watching Plex. So my TV shows, my movies, we use this TV a lot. 1,820 hours is where I'm at with this TV. Let's go take a look at the C9, and you are going to be shocked when you see the amount of hours I got on it. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the C9 2019's Pride and Joy. This TV set the tone for a lot of things that have come since then. It's been some bumpy roads with this TV, but I recently posted a video because they recently had a 2022 update. So if you own this TV, amazing work picking it up. You definitely did yourself a great job buying a C9 from LG. So I'm going to power the TV on, and I'm going to show you how, if you do have a C9 and you don't know, you can go to and you can actually check the total power on hours for this TV too. Now, one of the best features that I'm loving, or the best upgrades that I'm loving, and I did cover this in the video, is your ability to have the built-in framework without you having the static no signal image there. This was definitely a concern. If you had it prior to this update that just came 3 years later, you had a concern with this being there, regularly popping up when you have nothing displayed. You always had this here. So they've made it again where you can just hit the red button. You can turn it off. So I could just leave this on, like I love to do. Just leave this on. Look at this beautiful artwork. So getting into the logistics of testing the hours, we're going to hit settings cog. On this particular model, we're going to go down to all settings. We're going to go down to general, scroll right. Going to go to about this TV. You're looking at the logistics of the TV, right? This is where you can see allowing auto updates. You can also take a look at the software version. The latest update for the C9 is going to be 05.25.07. Check out my video I posted the other day. If you didn't see that, I went a little more in depth into the upgrades. From here, though, you're going to go TV information, telling us the model of the OLED that we do have. This is the OLED 65 C9 PUA. My serial number, the device name, WebOS version, and the total power on hours, 12,369 hours I have had this thing on. Man, listen, let me tell you, when it is great, it is great. So a lot of gaming, a lot of TV watching, a lot of movie watching, just a lot of stuff. This TV does also, like the C1, have pixel shifting technology built into it to help with that. So within this video, in a few seconds, I'm going to pan forward and then we'll look at like a white test so we can see if I have any crazy static images, because the way that I titled this video was really based on this TV, a 3-year-old model, just to kind of gauge and let you know what a realistic consumer looks like. I didn't buy this TV for it to just sit in a box for me to post on YouTube and say, hey, I got it. We actually got it, and it's actually being used. Right now, it's being used with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X for my 6-year-old and my 16-year-old son to play many hours of gaming on. So 13,000 hours we're working on. I'm sure before I'm done with this TV, we'll hit 20 plus thousand hours. So in a second, I'm going to pull up a white test. We'll take a detailed look at it and see if we got any image retention. All right, so I've got some static white image loaded onto the TV, okay? So realistically, there is some image retention there. You just got to be conscious that in most cases, this is not going to be what you're going to see. You're not going to be just looking at pure white screen, right? And to be perfectly clear, I have never, ever, ever, since I've owned this TV in 3 years, ran the pixel shifting technology, not once. Not one time have I run pixel shifting on this TV. It's been running almost 13,000 hours. So this is a realistic representation of a person that's just like you. If you're seeing this, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not rich. TVs aren't given to me. I want to spend my own money on it. Worked hard for it. This is what you get. So with this image running, some of the things I'm going to tell you off the rip. In this area, there is some image retention, definitely in this area, right? I can see some kind of wizardry going here. Might even be the Fire TV emblem. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint out what it is. Up in this vicinity, there looks to be some kind of grids. Like there's a line there. You know what I mean? There's definitely some retention there. If you come off to this angle, like just look kind of, there's some yellowish yellowish going on in this vicinity, like right here. I'll have to replay this, see how well it makes out. Come here, hit this angle too. This angle, I can see some kind of yellowish also. It's hard as hell to realistically tell. You know, I don't know if the camera, I am recording this in 4K. So if you have an opportunity to watch this, this is being shot in 4K, 30 frames per second. Maybe you can take a look, see you can kind of see that like in there. But realistically, you know, just to kind of close this out, again, 13,000 hours. 13,000 hours this TV has been powered on, never ran pixel shifting. And, you know, it was kind of in its infancy, the way that it shifted pixels and worked on its screen itself. So some great technology implemented there. And they've only gotten better with it on the CX and the C1. They do a really good job of that. But now, you know, if you didn't know, how you can examine and inspect what you expect when you're buying a TV from somebody, especially if it's used. Also, some of the things you should be looking at. Be sure to tell them, hey, let me run a white test on it. Let me just look at it. Make sure the room is bright. Make sure they're not, you know, running any game on you, if you will. And I'm excited for the C2. So pretty soon we're going to be talking about what I've seen at CES 2022. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. I love to have a dialogue about this kind of stuff. I'm not the know-it-all, but obviously I have invested in this for years. So till next time, thanks for the support. Max love.